Welcome, this is Isaac from Blue Bag of Borrelli, my place to talk about all things Carlton and other AFL matters. The game is over. We've ended a 4-match losing streak. We've beaten Melbourne 78-70. We started really well in the first quarter. We dominated the inside 50 count and we had an 8-point lead. In the end, it took my boy, as I've said for many weeks, I'll never give up on Triple C. I'll never give up on Charlie. He's got the talent. Talent will always overcome eventually. And he started really well. He got a gift, a handball goal within the first minute. Lifted him up, got his energy going. Then he got a second goal, not much later in that quarter. I thought, here we go. But I'll tell you what, I've been calling for Moir to play for a long time. And finally, Voss is allowing the kid to play. Now, he wears number 43 on the back. And boy, can he play. And he is a finisher.
His eyes and hit the next guy.
Back to Carroll, storms forward. Moir cut it beautifully. So many attributes, it makes him look like an AFL player. When he strikes them like that, he's going to stay in the big time.
Have we found the next Jedi? We've already got Curnow as a Jedi. Have we found a future Jedi? I'll tell you what, he's going to excite fans for a long, long time. And I'm sure Kuda, wearing number 43 on his back, would have been very proud. He is a finisher, Moir. He's a decent size. He served his apprenticeship. They've held him back. Finally, he kicked 4. Beautiful breakout game. 7 between the two of them. And all of a sudden, maybe things don't look as bleak. You're never as bad and maybe you're never as good. Such is the roller coaster of following football and being a blue bagger. Now, overall, the season is done. It's only our 7th win. Voss gets some much needed stress relief and a little bit of a pressure valve just taken off, just a touch. Again, Motlop had a dirty night, but in that last quarter, when Melbourne scored the first goal and closed the margin, I was getting a little bit concerned. We answered back. Doherty, lays a tackle, holding the ball, goes back. The old man hasn't got much left in the tank, and I've been calling for his head. He's been a warrior, a leader for a long, long time. Took his moment, kicked the goal.
Salem. Bowie already into his move. Revving. Oh, he's hunted down, sent packing. Sam Doherty. He's hit some big goals for Carlton at this very place. He'll treasure every last one.
We were almost there. And then Triple C gets the free kick on the 50-metre line. I didn't see what happened. Finally, he took his 30 seconds. Finally, he went back and kicked a beautiful long bomb goal from 50 out that won us the game.
It's not fun. Play on.
3 minutes 31 now. Free kick to Curnow. Quite capable of kicking it 55 metres.
Oh, wow.
Just like that. There's a victory, Charlie.
And that's what is there. You paid for those moments, Triple C, and you delivered. And you know what? You've silenced, or have you? Hopefully, you've silenced some of the media for the week. You know, I know you've had a form slump, and some of the things that you've been scrutinised about in the last month, I've agreed with some of it as well. but I will never desert you or give up on you. And under my watch, if I'm running the show, I will never trade you. At 28, you have a lot left. And look, Young, I'm glad they've given Young a few games. The little young left footer also kicked a goal. Matty Carroll, who last week had a few bad moments, also kicks his first goal. So we've got some goals from lesser lights. We've got some goals from first timers. And that helped spread the load. Paddy Cripps, who I thought played really well last week, was lion-hearted, 29 disposals, 8 clearances, Rock of Gibraltar in the guts. And isn't it interesting that when our big leaders and big boppers and the torch bearers, isn't it interesting that when our torch bearers play well, we're a different team? Wiedering was really good. Was a lot better. Took a lot of marks. All right, Melksham is undersized, but he's a clever forward. Now, Clary, a shout out to Clary, your 200th game. You've been one of Melbourne's greatest ever players, and I feel sorry for you that you've had a tough week. You had your house broken into, your car got stolen, so I'm not sure even that you had the frame of mind to play this game. And Cozzy Pickett, he is everything that I wish we had in our team. He's electrifying. He's a match winner. He's a finisher. He sets up goals. He causes panic, chaos. He's got leg speed, footy IQ. Nearly won him the game off his own boot with 5. He nearly won him the game. But thank goodness for Voss and for the Cripper and for the rest of the playing group and for the whole club. They were able to win the game just to take a little bit of pressure off them, because it would have been another long week come Monday morning if we had gotten overrun in the last quarter. So, a special shout out to Ashton Moir. He's a smooth mover from Glenelg, a left footer. He's got a lot of X factor. I can see him going forward being a 40 to 50 goal player. And we've found an A grader. We have found a future A grade player. And hopefully he can get a long-term contract for us. De Koning was fairly quiet. Took a big mark in the last quarter. Played sore, played hurt, took a few knocks. Pito, was outworked, but tried hard. But he created a contest and he's strong. Gawn is always a threat. He's a pain in the bum. He's a great ruckman. Hewitt, he's tough and tight inside the clinches. He's got a lot of strength in that upper core. Can pivot, can swivel and dish off the little handball. He's had a fine season, probably leading our BNF. So there's some positives. There's some positives in a season where there's been more negatives and more pain and more heartbreak and disappointments, but there are some positives. We have a 5-day break. Evans got collected and will be out. May is exactly like Lynch. Ironically, they're both former teammates from the Suns. They are thugs. They like to hurt people. He'll be missing at least 2 or 3 games, I think. But tonight, we have a win. We get a little bit of nourishment because it's been a drought for a month. We've got a couple more winnable games, I think. I think we can get Port, and I definitely think we can finish off the season by beating Essendon. But we do have a tough 2 or 3 weeks ahead of us, and we only have a 5-day break, ridiculous, to play the Hawks next week on a Thursday night. I'm hearing the Blake Acres might be back next week. I think he was rested from the VFL side this week. I'm not sure about Harry Mackay, if and when he's coming back. But anyway, we've got the 4 points. Keep playing the kids. I'd love to see the Campo twins get a run as well. Just keep playing the twins, Vossi. You got nothing to lose. You got nothing to lose. Keep playing the kids. Lockie Cowman, a little shout out. I think you've re-signed on the dotted line. Sometimes you do some things that do my head in, but you were pretty impressive tonight. You were pretty impressive. And these are the, we've just got to keep getting games into these guys. Keep building. We played a fairly young side tonight. Keep building. Keep building. Rome wasn't built in a day. Yes, I know. I am disappointed because we're not going to feature in the finals. But with 5 weeks to go, there's always purpose. There's always purpose. We don't want to waste the last 5 games. Leave your comments and thoughts down below. Let me know your thoughts on Ashton Moir. Let me know your thoughts on my boy Triple C. And with 5 games to go, I reckon we can win 2 out of our last 5, which will only give us 9 wins, which is, again, subpar. But we roll a game next week. Win, lose or draw. I love my club. And as always, stronger together. Go the Blues.